I'm doing pretty good.
That's the other option, to just kill everything.
Start over.
Somebody's gotta get rid of them.
We take it off. If we buy something,
There was this morning paper to talk about.
that's what's nice. I don't know what else.
I don't even know.
It's expensive to put in. It sounds.
It's amazing what's in here.
It's like,
When I see what people. You have that in your clothes.
I probably will have one more tomorrow, John, if you have time.
Okay.
You know what, I can go to, I can set things out. and people pay them. When mine are ripped up,
Yeah,
you know, I did that tire thing and then
I've done that too.
yeah. So,
But, yeah, overnight, it seems like people
no,
take things
now it's that
overnight.
courage to
Because they
spread
don't
it.
wanna get to be seen doing it during the day, even though it's free.
but I've even had people call me up saying, can I put a TV on your corner? Because a lot of people live on the south side and they're gone. I never see them get picked up, but they're gone. I don't care, as long as it's not there when I go.
I put the kids' toys out there, put a wagon out there, a pole wagon, here a while back.
You got rid of a coal wagon. Was it a flyer, a red one?
No, it was a green
I still
one.
use mine. Christy bought me one for Christmas and I haul everything out of my garden shed into my
Your
garden,
wagon?
all over, yeah, a little red wagon with sideboards, of course. If I can't get it in that, I get my wheelbarrow out.
Mm.
Oh, I should get one of those. No, I forgot, I don't want any.
They're
Had that,
expensive.
done that.
You're better off with your wagon.
Oh, funny, funny.
They gave those kind of people to young people for a reason.
I wanted one too, I only got two. But now that I've got the two of them, that's all I had. Couldn't afford another car, but my life depended on it.
Yeah. In a couple of years, we may have to buy. I don't know what I'm gonna buy.
They were
People getting these
boys,
wild.
just little pickups. I can't believe your youngest daughter, what is she, a sophomore? I just about fell over and I see her picture in the paper and I go, oh, that can't be as little as girl. Oh, be darned.
Yeah.
Matt,
I know. What is that one?
do you want to go back for that?
It's,
Okay.
it's too risky. I think.
I can.
Sure.
I don't know what's there.
Who's on the phone?
Okay.
Yes.
I said, we're good.
It is.
Yeah. In review or in process, whatever.
I don't trust it, because we have to go back. Every year. They told us no.
Of course it is. Well, they.
We'll call this meeting to order. This is a special meeting of Stuart Municipal Utilities. It's Wednesday, May 18th, 2022 at 5:30. We need to call roll. Kim?
Here.
Brian is not here. I'm here. Shirley?
Here.
And Craig.
Here.
Agenda approval. Do I hear a motion to approve our agenda?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Or whoever.
We'll proceed to. I vote, Craig.
Aye.
To item number 3, resolution number 20. Oh, I'm sorry, approval of senior rural water purchase agreement, that's a big reason here.
Yes.
Okay, we got all the information we needed. Unless anyone have a question, we have Dwayne here tonight, thank you. Do we have any question?
I guess the only question I have, it says a period not to exceed 40 years. Is that 40 years from the signing of this new agreement?
That's correct.
Okay.
So they can only extend them out 40 years.
Okay.
Now. All right, so you guys, when you do your financing, can do anything you want to do now within 40 years. All right.
And this is essentially just extending the agreement we already have, is that right, Dwayne?
Essentially, yes. I know you guys were concerned about not having to go out 40 years. So you will note in section, it'd be C sub 6. If you look at C sub 6, it talks about terminating the agreement. So we specifically put in there that the purchaser, meaning Stuart, may terminate this agreement for any reason whatsoever by giving the seller 120 days written notice of such termination. So that's only a termination right for you folks, not Xenia.
Okay.
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 So that was a change from the old one. And then the USDA had me just make a minor change this afternoon. You guys saw that. So what you have in front of you, I believe has been approved by everywhere that it needs to be approved. The only other question I had was the specifics of the agreement, meaning that the water comes in at a hardness of 10 or less. It comes in on a 10-inch main near Adair and Front Street. All that information I got from Xenia. So I'm hoping that was all accurate. That's all correct?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And then the payment dates, I got that from Xenia as well. You get your bills by the 27th or something, and then you send it out before the 26th of the next month.
Yep.
Is that right? Okay.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you,
Do you have any
Dwayne.
other questions? Xenia is gonna be meeting tomorrow night, so.
Okay.
Should be moving pretty quickly.
And I think Dwayne's done us a favor here by extending this out to 40 years. That doesn't mean it's gonna take us 40 years to pay this off.
Correct.
I think Pat and Chip came up with an idea that is gonna reduce it to pretty much where we want it to be. So we can talk about that later, but further questions for Dwayne, I'll ask for a motion to approve this purchase agreement.
If you could also, they made it a little more formal, just make sure we need a motion to approve the resolution
Yes.
approving. So if you could do it that way for me, that'd be great.
It will make a,
Motion to approve the purchase agreement and resolution number. I should have them here.
2209U.
So the motion to approve the purchase agreement and the resolution.
I'll make a motion.
Craig moved,
by Craig. There's
I'll
second,
second.
second by Kim.
Kim seconds. Okay, we'll proceed to vote. I vote aye. Shirley,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Kim,
Yeah,
okay. And then we go to item number 3, which is resolution number 22-08U. Resolution of Board of Municipal Utilities of the City of Stuart, amending previous resolution number 2103U by changing the water rates for all classes of customers.
That rate increase that we approved last form of resolution vote.
Okay,
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Okay, sure.
sure. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by-
We'll proceed to vote. Shirley,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
Kim,
Yeah,
and I vote aye. I think, the next time we meet, we'll talk about methods of funding, how we're gonna get this done, and then we'll
Okay.
probably be looking at, unless you wanna talk about that tonight.
It's up to you folks. I think, so the, first on the matter that you brought up about, the payment. So what that would involve, there was a scenario in that large sheet of paper that's clipped, that has a 30-year amortization, but then you make extra payments, I think, 3 out of every 5 years. That's kind of the assumption. And you pay it off in 27 years with that approach of those extra payments. So,
Pat came up with this idea that we establish a number of years that we're gonna finance this for. And then, when we could, make an extra payment so we reduce the amount of interest that we pay over the years. And Chip came up with the idea of 3 out of every 5 years, we up that payment. And, the interim 2 years, gives us a breather for a couple of years, and it takes us to 27-year amortization on this, so, which I think is a really good idea.
and it's not a significant cost difference versus the straight 25-year payment structure. It's about $100,000 difference in interest costs. So and you get more flexibility with that approach. So
that's something we could, you might wanna look at that with the paperwork that Chip's given us already and take a look at that, and we could determine that at our next meeting. We can't do it now, but we can
Do
determine.
they set those payments up like the amortization schedule would be what you pay for interest for that?
they take it's odd, they're monthly payments to USDA.
Oh,
So I think they'll probably automatically deduct it, ACH it or whatever. And then it's a set payment each month. And then if you want to make an extra, I'm not sure what the procedure is exactly, but you make an extra payment. So, maybe you have a month where you pay an extra.
And even in the midst, if we chose your plan here, Chip, even with that, if we chose to, pay more at that point, we could do that as well.
You could.
Okay.
That's right. It's so the debt's, and then what allows that, the debt is callable anytime, or you're able to prepay it at any time. It's different than a bond market offering, which usually has a fixed call date, a redemption date, out a number of years. So you have flexibility with this approach. So,
Okay, very good.
thank you.
Thank you, Chip.
Anything else? We stand in seat.
Thank you.
I think we did an amortization of the house, I think.